Welcome to News Now Alberta. This is Special Ed. Well, this is a story about a police goon squad who tortured two black men for dating white women.
That's right. One of the men told the judge the deputies who tortured him, killed him, but he didn't die. The victims say they were beaten, tased, sexually assaulted, and subjected to racial slurs after the law enforcement officers accused them of dating white women.
And these are the longest and strongest sentences in United States history for any police officers.
Judgment day for the Goon Squad. 5 disgraced former Rankin County deputies and an ex-Richland police officer sentenced to additional prison time after a judge rejected state prosecutor's recommendation to give the men less time behind bars for abusing 2 black men.
Been a long year, man, but it's been a short year. I'm thankful for all y'all, that's been here with us, man, for the ride. All y'all that helped us, with this fight. Man.
Victims Eddie Parker and Michael Jenkins speaking out after the judge handed down the sentences.
It really ain't been about me. It's been about what they did to my mama, how they made her feel, and just the dictating, the bullying.
Sentences for Joshua Hartfield, Brett McAlpin, Jeffrey Middleton, Daniel Updike, and Christian Detman range from 15 years to 25 years. Hunter Elwood, who shot Jenkins in the mouth, was given a 45-year prison sentence. Jenkins and Parker's attorney called the judge's ruling historic.
No police officer in the history of Rankin County has ever been held criminally responsible for harming anyone, let alone a black person.
The 6 men are already serving between 17 and a half years to 40 years in prison on federal charges. They will serve the state charges concurrent with the federal sentence. Prosecutors say in January 2023, the deputies handcuffed Jenkins and Parker in their Braxton home, then tased, beat, sexually assaulted, and subjected the men to racial slurs after the law officers accused them of dating white women. While the deputies are headed to prison, the fight for justice in Rankin County isn't over.
Brian Bailey should be on notice that he may be next.
The Rankin County NAACP still demanding Sheriff Brian Bailey resign and for the U.S. Justice Department to prosecute Bailey.
The sheriff, who we consider the leader of the Goon Squad.
That's right.
So we are going to continue our fight to remove him from office.
Now, the sheriff has said he was in the dark and wasn't aware of what the Goon Squad was up to. Rankin County facing a $400 million civil lawsuit. The victim's lawyers say a court judgment against the county could bankrupt Rankin County. Back to you.
The 2 men were tortured for hours, even waterboarded, stripped naked, and sex toys used on them. One of the men had a gun in his mouth, and the cop pulled the trigger, the bullet coming out of his cheek, breaking teeth and his jaw. They have been terrorizing the city for decades, and apparently the chief knew nothing about it. I don't believe that. Now, Christian Dedman, a former narcotics investigator, got 40 years in prison. Brett Alpin, the chief investigator, got 27.25 years in prison. Hunter Edwards, the former RCSO deputy, was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Jeffrey Middleton, former RCSO lieutenant, is going to serve 17 and a half years. Daniel Updike, former RCSO deputy, was sentenced to 17 and a half years also, and Joshua Hartfield, the former narcotics investigator, was sentenced to 10 years. If the chief wouldn't know what is going on in his city, then he was a lousy cop and a horrible chief. I'm sure there were many complaints about it. What do you think of this? Do you think the chief deserves jail time too? Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please click the notification bell as I post every day and YouTube seems to hide my videos sometimes. Thank you.